Hey guys, welcome to week 178 of the Super Mario Bros. 2 RomHack Races. Today we have a 2-race special, and our first level is Shells and Cherries by Delta 2. It's rated 4 out of 10 for difficulty. This is their first level for the RomHack Races, and I've also been unable to find any other projects that Delta 2 has worked on. I'm extremely impressed by this level, and we're going to see a few things that I didn't even know were possible in SMB2. Let's go ahead and get started. We start out here with a standard SMB2 character select screen, and my assumption is that all the characters act the same way, so there's no real choice to be made. We had a short screen of instructions, basically just picking up cherries will cause shells to jump, and even if you didn't catch that instruction screen, you start out on a shell that's about to make you touch a cherry. Something that's probably not extremely obvious here, if you are standing on a shell as it starts moving up from collecting a cherry, it'll go up much higher than one that you're not riding. Now I do have extra health, so I can damage boost and get a look ahead at what else is coming up, even though I can't actually get any further without that shell. Now aside from the gimmick that we're seeing with the cherries making the shell jump, we're seeing something else here that's pretty unusual. We have custom graphics, the Munchers and the SMB1 castle backgrounds, and I think those bullets are actually reskinned Bezos. And there's custom music that's playing, so it's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize you could actually do in SMB2 Edit. I'm being told here to escort the top shell. And what we see when I collect this cherry right here is that it makes the top shell jump and hit the ceiling. This kills the shell. So it turns into a section of just making sure you dodge all the cherries so that the shell keeps rolling. And there's the part with the cherries that I really need to be dodging. There's a lot to dodge, but at the same time, if you have to slow down to get around those cherries, it's pretty generous about giving you time to catch back up to that shell. I was doing a real bad job of getting on that shell and getting it to jump over that little bump in the ground. But it doesn't matter because I was able to damage boost to get to the end. I charged up a super jump just in case, but I'm pretty sure I could have jumped up the little platforms that are there. This is pretty cool here, the note blocks that teleport you up and down, and the D-colon clouds that you can dig up. And of course we're still going to have the cherries that make the shells jump. For whatever reason, I thought that the note block would also make the shell teleport downwards. So I was riding on top of it, but I really need to get in front of it to be able to get to the cherries in time to make it jump over that next bump. Of course, if there's grass, there's going to be something that we have to pick up. So we get a bomb in our hands and blow up that little brick. The explosion has damaged us, but more importantly, it's slowed us down. So I know I can't actually get to the end because I've despawned the shell, but I kept running further to the right to see what was up ahead, so I'd know what was coming next time. Something I wasn't thinking about when I charged up this super jump is that when you super jump while carrying an item and holding the B button, that jump forces you to throw the item that you're carrying. So I no longer have the key in my hand. I can't get in the door because I've already teleported down and can't get back up to the key. Float has just been activated, which is really useful in this boss fight room where there's very little floor. If you pay attention to the shell, it goes right underneath Triclyde's head, so it doesn't actually get a chance to hit him. That's why the cherries are there. I hit the cherry right before the shell would get to Triclyde. It jumps up and hits him. I was actually pretty happy to get that on the first try after I realized what the purpose of the cherries was. So my time here was recorded as 9 minutes and 10 seconds. That put me in 4th place out of 12 racers who finished. So this was a pretty impressive bit of ROM hacking. It really took the base SMB2 game and really transformed it into something different. Having custom music and custom graphics are not something that you normally see that much in SMB2, and I really liked it. coming up is the second race that ran back-to-back with the first one. It's called Bubsette Chooses Violence by GlitchCat7. This is the second level he's made for the races, and he does a lot for our community, including commentary and being the voice of RomHack Races more often than not. This time we have less of a character selection menu. We're forced to choose Bubsette. Bubsette is fast like Toad and can float like Peach. Now this level is built on a gimmick that I wasn't aware of that was actually present in the regular SMB2 game. We saw in the opening text that we are supposed to make use of something called Sprite Levitation. This was something I had to discover during this race. If you take a POW and you throw it on the ground, most sprites that don't die will get raised up into the air. It actually works very similarly to the same effect that we saw with the cherries and the shells in the last level. And there's a helpful bit of indication to let me know where the bomb is. The bomb is in the plant that's growing out of the destroyable brick. Basically every bomb that we see in the rest of this level is also indicated. I'm still doing a little bit of figuring out as to which plants have bombs and which plants have POWs. I figure it out later. Now before, when I rode the bomb up, I was jumping up through the bottom of a cloud. That made it very obvious that I could go up through the bottom of it. SMB2 wall clipping, if you've got something that's pushing you up, you can keep going up. So that's why I can just ride these bombs up through the walls. And I felt pretty sure that I needed to get all of the cherries. I just didn't quite understand how to get them just yet. I may have been able to clip up through that cherry on the far left and then blow up the brick above the other cherry. That would have been much more difficult. I could tell just looking at this grass that I was going to have 2 bombs and 2 POWs. I just hadn't made the connection just yet where bombs would be and where POWs would be. This is where I figured it out because I had more time to look at it here. And I'm finally getting this right, clipping up through the right cherry and using the bomb to get to the left cherry. So the top bomb here goes next to that jar. It gets bounced up to blow up the bricks there. And the other bomb is at the bottom here, and I just ride it up through. Now, I finally understand which one is a bomb and which one is a POW. So I grab the bomb down here at the bottom, and then throw the POW from the top. That blows up those bricks there. That's the last of the cherries that I need. Now, I've got this star, but I severely misjudged my jump height off of that mushroom block. I died there with the door in sight. The way SMB2 works, whenever you go in a door or any kind of screen transition, that's a checkpoint. So that was really, really close to a checkpoint that I died. This time I just go straight up to the bomb and get the mushroom out of the way. I was a little slow, so I still took damage, but I was fast enough to get through there. I was able to peek over to the right here so I could see Triclide. It would have been possible for me to go over there and just fight him right away, but it would have been really risky to do that without getting the checkpoint. Plus, this stopwatch is going to make the fight a whole lot easier. And then we see, even with the stopwatch, I wasn't able to get that kill on Triclide, so it was a good thing I went in the door. I took a little bit more damage before getting out of the door this time. And I kill Triclide, but he kills me at the same time. But at least I get the fanfare. So now that I've got full health, and I know I need to jump off of that block on the left side, I can damage boost and still get the kill on Triclide. And there we go. My time here was recorded as 17 minutes and 45 seconds. That put me in 3rd place out of 11 racers who finished. This was a fun preview of the upcoming Return to Subcon 2. Glitchcat is one of a couple pioneers in the Kaizo SMB2 space. I'm really looking forward to playing what he comes out with next. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'm going to keep putting out these videos showing my part of every week's RomHack Race. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more here on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch and TikTok. My links are down in the description.
It's over!